All right. So we are coming up to the end of the month.
The very end.
We're going until your time change, right? Like until the end of.
Yeah, I figured as much,
Yeah.
right? We'll say midnight on the 1st.
Yeah. So that will officially be the end of our competition to see who can get the most votes for $1 on Patreon, and the loser has to get their legs waxed.
Yes.
And today has been one of the most stressful days of my life, involving something that is not like super important. You know, like,
right?
Like, because my kids have had surgery and been in the hospital. I've had emergency surgery. Like, all that stuff is much more stressful, easily.
Not to me.
But this has been the most non-critical, most stressful thing I think I've ever experienced.
I'd say the last 3 or 4 days, has been, like, super stressful. Like, my hair's falling out, so I might not even have anything to wax.
So
That's how stressed I am.
Since the last time we recorded an episode, we have gained 7 new Patreon supporters.
Only some of those are likable.
I got 3 new ones. Carol Ray, Ian Driscoll, and Corey Gannon, all donated towards me. And I was in the lead. I was like looking good. I had, I think, 3 votes on you because like we said,
that stressed me out.
Like we said on the last one, if we tie, I lose. Cause, the bosses decided we asked them to be our tiebreaker. They voted for me to lose in case, that way we can just get it done out right away. As soon as the month is over, we know exactly who won, who lost. So if we tie, I'm gonna lose. And so I was 3 votes ahead. I was like, I'm feeling good. This is a good, padding, right? Like I got enough room to not stress about it too much.
When you said there were 3, I was like, that's it. I've exhausted all my resources.
But you have gotten 4 new ones since the last time we did it.
Yes.
Pat Curley, Teresa Sims,
Woo!
Michael Lopez, and Sam.
Yeah.
Is it Jamie or Jaime?
Jamie.
That's
him.
And, there was a bit of controversy with this one. Not gonna lie.
There was some voting. I don't want to call it fraud.
It's pretty much fraud.
There was some serious controversy.
Do you want to tell the story or should I tell the story?
You can tell the story.
Alright, so, I got a notification on my email. It said Pat Curley voted for Patreon. And when I see that, I go check to see who did it so I can thank them and like shout them out on Facebook and all that.
What was your initial thought?
My initial thought when I saw it, so I had actually talked to her because Pat Curley is my aunt. I had talked to her a couple weeks ago. I said, hey, you want to help me out, make Taylor lose? And she said, I would much rather see you lose. And I said, oh yeah. And so I was like, let's just not bring this up anymore. Maybe she won't vote for me or vote for Taylor. And, I was hoping that wouldn't happen.
See, that's how much your family loves me is 2 of my new votes are your aunts.
Yeah. And so when I saw that she voted for me, I was like, oh, she made a mistake. And so I was saying, oh, thank you so much. And, it really helps. It means so much to me that you would help me out. And then.
How sad that your initial thought is it was a mistake when someone votes for you.
Well, no, when she voted for me, I knew it was a mistake.
She votes for you.
And it turned out that her intention was to vote for both of us. She wanted to help us out, so she was going to vote one for me and one for you. Well, with Patreon, to do that, you have to have separate emails for the reward tiers. It's kind of a strange thing because it seems like certain rewards you would want multiple. Like certain Patreons you might want, a signed copy of something and a t-shirt. Like, I don't know.
Because I think for most people is these rewards they stack, right?
They stack,
ours is set up a little differently, which is why it's a little more difficult. But I'm sure that's probably why.
Yeah.
If you vote for the second tier of whatever, you're typically getting the first tier and the second tier.
Yeah.
And then the third tier would be all of those blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Along those lines.
And for the most part, it works out like that for our stuff too, except the voting for who's going to have to pay the punishment. We can't really do that. We can't differentiate between the two very easily. And so the way we did it is just kind of like, you can vote for us or you can get the other stuff, basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so she said, and then so I told her, I was like, oh, you have to get 2. And she's like, oh, well, in that case, I'll just leave it how it is. Taylor can get his legs waxed if that's the case. And I was so happy because I knew that you went to her and you tried to convince her and it blew up in your face. And I was so excited.
It backfired on me.
And then I don't know what you did. I don't know.
I didn't give up. That's what I did.
I don't know how you convinced her, but she canceled.
I painted her a mental picture.
She canceled my vote and voted for you.
Woo!
So now we are all tied up. It's 11:11 and, there is not even 48 hours left to go, I don't think, right?
Oh man. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, about 48 hours.
About 48 hours.
A little over 48 hours.
So it's coming down to the wire. I gotta figure something out. If you want to help us out, you can choose one of us. You can pick who needs to get punished. And I would recommend Taylor.
No. Look, we've already got this train running, and it's not stopping until it gets to Allen Lake Wax Station.
So there's two trains of thought on this situation. People are saying it's going to be funnier if I have to do it because my legs are hairier than yours, which is true.
100%.
Not 100% hairier, just hairier.
Well, that remains to be seen.
They will be 100% hairier coming the first, but that's a different thing. I say it will be much funnier because you, when you get hurt, are much more reactive than I am.
Yeah, I've already decided that I'm gonna have no reaction and I'm gonna make it really boring.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, sometimes I have a bit of a reaction. I'm not gonna lie. I like to play it up a little bit. It's funny. You gotta do it for the comic relief. I will not be doing that for this.
I remember, when we were in high school, me and you were boxing and,
oh yes.
I hit you.
Tried to kill me.
I hit you so hard you fell over the couch and then.
You hit me in the ear. It was like square on the side of my head. My eyes switched places.
And you just sat on the couch, mommy, for like 5 minutes. And I was like, I don't know how much of this is a joke and how much he might just be brain damaged now.
17% joke. 112% brain damage.
That sounds about right. I think your math checks out.
I would like to say, like I was saying before, getting your Aunt Teresa to vote for me, like I said, was one of the easiest things I've ever done. Almost as if it's something she's wanted to do for some time.
She just needed the nudge.
I started it out by saying, I need to know who you love more, me or Alan. She said, you, duh. I said, with your help. Alan will have to wax his legs. She said, okay, no problem.
That was the biggest betrayal of all. More than my Aunt Pat. I can't believe.
And then I would like to add that she also thinks it should have to be from the waist down. She added that.
Oh, well, I will do, if it's me, I will do as much as I can that's, video appropriate.
Ooh. By whose standards?
My own standards. So, just ankles down.
Ankles down.
Yep.
Got it. Which, if anybody knows you, that's still.
I got like hobbit feet.
Hobbit feet all the way up to the ankles.
Oh man. I got, this is kind of a gross story, but it was very concerning when it happened. I got a shard of metal in my toe.
Nice.
But it was like
Classic.
it looked like a hair, it was like real, why can't I speak? It was, not solid, right? So it was bendable and, it was just real fine and it just stabbed me. And I pulled it out with tweezers And I was like, for like a good couple seconds, I was like, is there hair growing out of the bottom of my toes now? Like, that's not a thing that's supposed to happen to people. It was very panic inducing.
Oh man. That would be quite funny.
As far as I know, it's not a hair. But, I guess we'll have to wait and see.
I guess we'll see.
If it comes back, then I'll be very concerned.
It's going to come back in more spots.
But, yeah. So, if you would like to help us out, if you would like to help us decide who needs to get their legs waxed this month, and also get a chance to win a $20 Amazon gift card, you can do that by going over to patreon.com/ISeenThat and vote for Taylor or I. And,
which is Alan. There's no I choice. Vote for Alan.
Yeah, that's probably the issue. I've been saying that and people don't know who I am. And so like the only one I recognize is Taylor.
Yeah, that's, not right.
My biggest downfall. But, yeah, we've been having a lot of fun with it. It's been a good time, although very stressful.
It's been quite stressful.
But, we also want to thank Boss Play. They are our sponsor of this show. You should go check them out.
Absolutely.
Bossplay nope. I say it wrong every time. boss-play.com. You can see all their stuff.